Hello, grade 8 students. This is March 2024 first semester examination, paper 1. By now, you are familiar with the paper structure and you know what to do and how to write the answers. Therefore, I'm not spending time to explain that what you want to do because this is the third year you are in the middle school and you know what are the changes happened over the time. So then you are fully aware about the system and the way you want to write the answer. But as a practice, I just read the question instruction here that we want to answer all the questions in the spaces provided in this paper. And you want to show your workings where necessary, and you are not allowed to use the calculator. Definitely that you are not using the calculators in the exam hall or in the classroom. So then you can do your workings without the calculators, right? So then we are moving to part A, and you can see part A, B, C, you have different marks allocation. So then it tells us something that based on the number of marks, we know how you want to show the steps, right? It gives us a guidance that how we are going to interpret your answer, right? So then the part A, you want to expand. That means you want to solve the bracket. Here that you know what does this mean, children? That is 3 times 2 minus A, right? The hidden meaning of this, you know, in between the bracket and the number, you have the multiplication. 3 times 2, 6, and 3 times negative A, negative 3A, right? Then this is very easy. You have the same denominator. You draw the longer line. You keep the denominator like this. And you add the numerator values and subtract, right? 5 plus 1, 6. 6 minus 3, 3 over 8. And the next one, you have 2 decimal places. So then that means you want to write this as a fraction 27 over 100, right? When you have 2 decimal places, that you know the 10th place and the 100th place they are representing. So then it should be out of 100, 27 out of 100. So then the next one, you want to find the value. Before that, you want to expand this. 10 to the power 4 means that you want to multiply 10 like this. So that means you have 10,000. So then the given value, it is a decimal, 0.062. You multiply by 10,000. Now, you know that if you have done the lessons with me, you know what is the term I am using here. That when you are multiplying a decimal number by 10, 100, 1,000 or any other 10,000, based on the number of zeros, that you move the decimal man to the right side if it is the multiplication. But I have told you decimal man is not moving anywhere, only the place value, the digit value that they are changing. But for easy reference, I'm telling the decimal man is moving 4 steps to the right side. When he is moving 4 steps to the right side, now you can see 3 steps or the 3 spaces, 0, 6, 2. Then to jump the last step, that we want to have an imaginary 0. So then 6, 2, 0. You jump 1, 2, 3. To get the next jump, you want to have a 0 to the end and you write it like this. Then you can conclude the answer 620. Right? Now, some students, they ask that do we really need to write 620.0? And then we want to write 620. Can't we straight away write 620? Yes, you can. But I'm showing here the step that it tells us that what I did when I'm multiplying this by 10,000, what happened to the given decimal number. It clearly shows me that what happened. So then I conclude my answer as 620 because no point of keeping 0 after the decimal place. Now let's say that here that we want to factorize. I don't know what's the letter they have used. I assume that it is x, children. If it is x, that what I do, that the 3x means 3 times x. And 6 means 3 times 2, right? So then I take 3 out, that is the common item for them, and then I write x plus 2. This is how you factorize, right? You just say that how neat it is and how clear it is, right? Then we will, and also you want to double check whether your answer is correct. You just multiply and see 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 2, 6, right? Then we will move to the next one. And here I assume that I have x, and then here I have x, and when x is equal to 3. So then what happened? You want to substitute the values. Then the x, instead of x, I write 3, 3 plus 2, plus, then you can write 3 plus 4, and you can write the answer 3 plus 2, 5, times, so here I made a mistake, it is not the addition, it is the multiplication. 3 plus 4, 7. The answer is 35, right? 3 plus 2, 5, and 3 plus 4, 7, and 5 times 7, 35, right? Then the next one, you want to find the mean and the mode. The mode is what, children? The most occurring number. So you can easily find the most occurring number is 4, because you can see number 4 2 times. So then quickly you can write the mode is equal to 4. That is done. Then you want to find the mean. How you are going to find the mean? First you want to add all the numbers together. 4 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. And you divide it by the number of items. How many items you have, children? You have 5 items here. So then first you add 4 and 9, it is 13. 13 plus 6, it is 19. 19 plus 4, it is 23. 23 plus 2, it is 25. And I write here 25. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 5 items. And 25 I divide by 5. The answer is 5. The mean is 5. The mode is 4. Then this one you want to find the value. What you do, you write this vertically 2.6 and 1.78. When you are writing them vertically, the most important thing you want to keep the decimal points in order, right? If you feel that this is blank, you can put a 0 here. 10 minus 8, it is 2. Here you have 5 now. 15 minus 7, it is 8. And here you have 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Right? So then easily you can get the answers. The answer is 0.82. 0.82, like this. 0.82. Right, so then we are moving to the next one, part B. Here you have a fraction and a mixed number. Children, I told you, there's so many times when I'm discussing these kind of question, I have told you, when I come across with a mixed number, always I convert it into an improper fraction. So then I can write 8 over 15 as it is. Right? I write 8 over 15. You multiply. Then 2 times 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 over 2. Before multiplying, we just see whether there are any numbers where we can simplify. So then 2 times 1 and 2 times 4. Then I can get another number, 5 times 1 and 5 times 3. Children, I'm just using the colors to show you the simplification. In the exam, you don't want to do like that. You can use the black and blue color. You are not allowed to use the pink or red pens in the exam, right? 4 times 1, 4 and 3 times 1, 3. I can convert this improper fraction 4 over 3 into a mixed number. 3 times 1, 3, like this, right? So then 1 over 3, right? 3 times 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. The answer is that because they have asked us to keep the answer as a mixed number, and originally we can see the mixed number in the question. So then you can convert the improper fraction into a mixed number. So then we will go to the next one. You want to arrange the given numbers in ascending order. to compare or to arrange them in ascending or descending order, first of all, you want to convert them into a common format because two of them are fractions, the other one is a decimal, right? So then the best thing you can decide, either you can decide 0.75 into a fraction and you can compare, or else you can convert the 4/5 and 1/2 into a decimal and then you compare. So if I select the conversion, the fraction into decimal, 4/5, I write it like this, 5 in times 0, and for 40, 5 times 8, 40, and then 0, right? 0.8. So then here I write 0.80. Why is that? Because the next number it is with the 2 decimal places, so then it's easier for me to do the comparison. 1/2, we don't want to divide and get, we know that it is 0.5. So then I write 0.50. Now you can see that which is smaller, which is the bigger. So then I write the ascending order. Ascending order is what? So 0.50, then 0.75, and 0.80. Now, do you think when you write the answer like this, you get the full marks? No. Because in the question, you don't have 0.5 or 0.8. You just converted the given numbers for your easy reference to do the comparison well, but these are not the original values. Therefore, you write, therefore, instead of 0.5, you write 1/2. Then instead of 0.75 that you don't want to take anything, you can keep it as it is. 0.8, you can write 4/5, right? Then the next one, you want to convert the negative index into positive index. You want to get the reciprocal, that becomes 3/1 to the power positive 1. And 3 to the power 0 means 1, and then you have 1/3. 3/1 to the power 1 means, children, it is 3/1. 3/1 means it is 3. And 3 plus 1 plus 1/3, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 and 1/3 you can write as a mixed number like this. So you want to keep that in your mind. If you have 3/1 to the power -1, when you want to convert this negative index into positive index, right? So then other way around. That here we have 1/3, 1/3. So then you get the reciprocal 3/1 and then the index will be positive. So then here 3/1 to the power 1 means 3/1. 3/1 means 3. And they have given 3 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0, it is 1. So you can add 3 plus 1, 4, and 4, 1/3, right? So then we are moving to the next one using factorization knowledge. Children, I want to recall that if you have x squared minus y squared, what does this mean? You can write x plus y and x minus y. The same thing you can apply here. You can write 35 plus 25 and 35 minus 25. So then 35 plus 25, what is the answer, children? First you want to add them together, right? 35 and 25 when you add, it gives me 60 and multiplied. So then 35 minus 25, the answer is 10. Then the answer is 600. Otherwise that you are not supposed to multiply that the 35 by 35 and from that you deduct 25 by 25. No. So they have specifically mentioned to use your factorization knowledge. So then I took the example, if you have x squared and y squared, that you x squared minus y squared, I rewrite it as x plus y and x minus y. And when you have the two brackets like this, I know in between them there is a hidden multiplication. Therefore, I can multiply it, right? So then we will move to the question number 5. What is the probability of getting a red pebble from a bag which has the following. All the pebbles are equal in size and shapes. That you have 2 blue, right? So you have 2 blue pebbles, and then you have 3 red pebbles, and you have 9 green pebbles, right? So then when you add them together, so you have 2 plus 3 plus 9, that you have 14 pebbles altogether. What you want to find, the probability of getting a red pebble. So then you write the probability of getting the red pebble. Out of 14 pebbles, you have only 3 chances of getting the red pebbles. What is the probability of getting a red pebble from a bag which has the following: 2 blue, 3 red, and 9 green? When I add them together, answer is 14. Out of 14 pebbles, I can have 3 red pebbles. So then probability is 3 over 14. I want to simplify this. How I'm going to do it, children? I write this as a fraction. 8 times C divided by 2 times D. 2 times 1 and 2 times 4. C and D I can't simplify. I write 4C over D. Right? Then the next one, here they have given it to confuse you. Can you add t and t square? No, they are not like terms. T is something else, t square is something else, even though both of them are t. The power is different. Just t means t to the power 1. And then t to the power 2 is totally different thing. So you can't do anything here. You just write the answer because none of them are like. So you just write s plus t square. That's it, right? You can't do anything else. You just rewrite the question they have given, right? Then we will move to the next one. You want to find the p-value. Before finding the p-value, that here you have something to do. You want to solve the bracket. You keep 2 here as it is. Negative 3 times p, negative 3p. Negative 3 times 1, negative 3. So then we write 4p minus, or the plus 3p equal to 2 minus 3. The negative 3p I brought to the other side, that becomes positive 3p, and 4p and 3p, that becomes 7p. 7p is equal to negative 1. P is equal to negative 1 over 7. Children, I want to mention something here, that some students, they write p is equal to negative 1 over 7. Some students, they write negative 1 over negative 7. Different ways they write, but the most accurate way of writing this, that you write the negative sign in the middle and you write the fraction. So because the negative 1 divided by 7 or 1 divided by negative 7, the ultimate answer should be negative. So then we can't say that the negative sign is applicable for 1 over 7, that it is applicable for the whole fraction. So then I just write the negative, then I write 1 over 7, right? I want to double check whether this is correct. Then negative 3 times p, negative 3p, negative 3 times 1, negative 3, negative 3p I brought to the other side, 7p, 2 minus 3, negative 1, negative 1 over 7. Then the next one, I can bring the negative p to this side as positive p, and I can bring that 12 to the other side as negative 4. 3p plus p, it is 4p, and the 12 minus 4, it is 8, and p is equal to 8 divided by 4, and p is equal to 2, right? P is equal to 2, right? We are done with that. Then we will move to the next question, children. Here, that it is a pentagon. When you have 5 sides, it is a pentagon. And then find the value of x. Now just tell me how many triangles you can see inside this pentagon. Here you can see 1, and then here you can see another one. So you have the first triangle, the second triangle, and the third triangle. The one triangle interior angle will add up to 180. And if you have 3 such triangles, so you want to multiply 180 by 3, right? So then first you want to write it like this. The sum of the interior angles. Sum of the interior angles. You want to find it like that. The pentagon means the n is equal to 5. The number of triangles inside the pentagon, how do you find, children? Inside the pentagon, how we are going to find? So you count the number of sides and you deduct 2, it gives me 3. So then the 180 degrees multiplied by 3, it gives me 540 degrees. So then I can add everything together. 3x plus 5x, it is 8x. 8x plus 2x, it is 10x. 10x plus 3x, 13x. 13x plus 5x, 18x, right? So then when you add them together, it is 18x. This 18x is equal to 540 degrees. Then the x is equal to 540 divided by 18. Now you can see, children, every time I write the degree value with the degree sign, write the angle value. 18 times 1, 18 times 3. So then the x value is equal to 30 degrees. Find the value of interior angle. Children, to be honest, I don't know what they have mentioned here. But I can do something like this. Whatever they are asking, I am writing. This one will be 60. And this one will be 90 degrees. Because 3, no? And this one will be 150 degrees. This one will be 90 degrees. And this one will be 150 degrees. I don't know what the angle they are asking because it is not printed properly. But anyhow, whatever it is, if you have the paper with you, you can find what's the interior angle they are talking about. That whatever it is, I have given all the values, right? 5 times 3, 150. Then 2 times 30, it is 60. 3 times 30, 90. 5 times 30, 150. And 3 times 30, 90. Then I have given you the answer. You can cross-check that. If you want to double-check that, still if you are not sure about your answer, what you can do, 150, 60, 90, 150, and 90, you add them together, it gives you the answer 540, right? Then we will move to the next one. They have given a formula and you want to make T the subject. So this is not the subject that you are learning, that they want to have T alone. How you can do this, children? You have V is equal to U plus AT, right? If you want to keep T alone, that you want to send the other letters one by one. You can't send A first because A is very close to T. First you send that is someone that who is not closer than A, that is U. You send that positive U to the other side as negative U. Now it is equal to A times T. AT means A times T. Now if you want to keep T along, you can send that multiplication A to the other side. Then you write V minus U. The whole thing you divide by A. Then you can conclude your answer. T is equal to V minus U, the whole thing divided by A. Now you want to find the T value. If that you write V minus U, the whole thing divided by A, you can rewrite this. V is 100, U is 80, and A is 2. Then 100 minus 80, it is 20. 20 minus 2, it is 10. We don't know whether it is minutes, seconds. They have not given the units. Therefore, you can just keep the answer 10, right? V is equal to 100 and U is equal to 80. That means 20. And then you divide it by A. It is 2. Then it gives you the answer A, right? Then A line passed through 0, 6 has a gradient of -3. If the gradient is -3, children, the m should be -3. And if it passes 0, 6, so then this is the x value and this is the y value. That means, so they have given the y-intercept, that the 6 is the y-intercept or the c value. Give your equation of the line, that straight away you can write y equal to -3x plus 6. Now you might wondering that if you are thorough with this lesson, how I straight away got the y-intercept value as 6. Children, let me explain that. At the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. That is the knowledge you should have. If x is 0, and then whatever the y value they have given, it should be the y-intercept. Then straight away they have given the c value. So then how we are going to write the equation of the line? Y is equal to -3x plus 6, right? And give the equation of the line parallel to the above and passes through the origin. If something is passes through the origin, c value should be 0, no children, right? And if something parallel to the above line, there should be the same gradient, no? So that means -3. So then the new line will be y equal to -3x plus 0, and you conclude it as -3x, right? Or else that you can rewrite this. Y is equal to, that you write this, y equal to -3x. If the two lines are parallel to each other, what is the special feature we can see, children? The gradients are equal, right? And if something is passes a particular line passes through the origin, we know the c value is 0. So then how we are going to write the new equation now? Y is equal to -3x, because you don't have a c value here. In a pack, there are 4 yogurt. If there are 40 children, how many packs you need? Now, first of all, you want to understand, if there are 40 children, right? And then there are 4 yogurts in a pack, you want to buy 10 packs. Very simple. You want to buy 10 packs. You just redo the things. If you have 4 yogurts in a pack and if you buy 10 packs, you get 40 yogurts. So then you can serve 40 children without any issue. You can feed them, right? Then the next one, you want to find C and D, simultaneous equation. You just number them, number 1 and number 2. I can eliminate D here, the same, the variable I have. So what I do, that the 2 minus 1, that why I decided like that? First I look at, decide that what is the variable I'm going to eliminate. Then I check the coefficient of the sign of the coefficient of the eliminating variable. Here it is negative, negative. When you come across with the same sign, you subtract. Again, I'm telling, if you're struggling with the simultaneous equation, so don't wait until the last moment. So during the weekend, you can go through this. Please check my video, that I have done a video for the simultaneous equation. You can go through that and be thorough. When I'm telling that to go through my videos, that doesn't mean that I want to promote my videos. But I know how important it is to clarify even a single doubt just before the exam, right? Okay. So then the 3c minus d, subtract c minus d, and 9 minus 3. I have taught you, children, when you are doing it, always the second equation part, you write it inside the bracket. So then you can solve the bracket. 3c minus d minus 3 minus plus d, and 9 minus 3, 6. And negative d, positive d, you can cancel. 3c minus c, it is 2c, is equal to 6. And c is equal to 6 divided by 2. And c is equal to 3. Right? C is equal to 3. Now, how we are going to find the d value of, children? That the c minus d is equal to 3. Right? And then the D is equal to C minus 3 is equal to D. C is what, children? 3. 3 minus 3, that is D. D is equal to 0. Therefore, C is equal to 3 and D is equal to 0. Okay, this is how you solve the simultaneous equation. See that how I manage the space they have given, and now how I showed all the steps, and how I concluded my answer. So then we have only a few questions. I think it's better to complete this paper, otherwise we have to move to another video. It is unnecessary because we want to discuss the paper 2 also, right? I think here again that we have x. When you come across with negative x's like this, I know some teachers, they teach it in a different way. But what I do, that if you have that, let's say 5 minus x equal to 10, what you do, children? You bring that positive 10 to this side and you send that negative x to the other side. And you get the negative 5 is equal to x, something like that. Similar to that, I just assume that I have the equation mark in the middle. I bring that positive 10 as negative 10 and I keep it as it is, and negative x I bring here positive x. Then 5 minus 10, it is negative 5 and x. And are you going to express the inequalities as negative 5 smaller than x? No, we don't say like that. We want to say x is smaller than or bigger than. So then I write x here, but x value is bigger than this and negative 5. Right? This is what some teachers they do, that when you have the negative x, that you want to flip the unequal sign, something like that. But I'm not recommending that method. So then you can move with this. So then you bring that negative x to the other side, 10 to this side. Then the x is larger than negative 5. So then how I'm going to show this? I draw the number line. This is 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Negative 1, I write them. Negative 6, and here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And I mark it is not equal, therefore I can't color it. That whatever the x values I'm talking greater than negative 5. So then this is what I'm talking. Right? So then whatever it is greater than negative 5. The x values are greater than negative 5. Right? This is how you want to show. And then we will move to the next one. Some ingredients mentioned below are needed to make a cake for 10 people. 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of flour, 250 grams of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is for what? This is for 10 people. Let's say that in the party you have 30 people. So that means that you have the crowd 3 times, right? If it is 3 times, you want to multiply all the ingredients by 3. They are asking only the sugar requirement. So then you multiply the 250 grams by 3. It gives me 750 grams. Right? How many grams of butter is needed to make a cake for 1 person? The 1 person in the sense that the 10 people this is the requirement. Now they are talking about 1 person. That means you want to divide this by 10. So then how we are going to find the butter requirement? For 10 people it is 250 grams, and you divide this by 10 and it gives me 25 grams. Right? Simple things, children, but you want to understand that. Don't make the things that are kind of complicated. Read it properly, read slowly, try to understand what they're asking and write the answer. Then the next one, you have 2 times 2 and here 2 times 2. First of all, you want to write the sizes of the matrices and then you check the compatibility of the multiplication. Yes, you can multiply and the answer will be 2 times 2. That means your answer will be A, B, C, D format, right? This is the format. Now I'm writing the A value. What is the A value, children? The A is R1, C1. That is row 1, column 1. How we are going to get the answer? 3 times 2 plus 4 times 0. 3 times 2, 6. 4 times 0, 0. Then the answer I can write here that it is 6. Then I write the answer here 6. Then I get the value B. What is B, children? R1, C2. How we are going to get the values? 3 times 1 plus 4 times 4. 3 times 1, 3. 4 times 4, 16. Then the answer is 19. So then I write here 19. Then I want to get the C value. What is C value, children? R2, C1. How I'm going to get that? So 1 times 2 plus 2 times 0. 1 times 2, 2. 2 times 0, 0. So then the answer is 2. Then I write here. Then I want to get the D value. D, how I got R2, C2, row 2, column 2. Then I write 1 times 1 plus 2 times 4. 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 4, 8. And it is 9. So then I write here 9 and I use it like this. Always you write the size of the matrices and see whether it is compatible for multiplication or not. If it is multiplication, compatible for multiplication, then you write the answer format. The answer should be 2 times 2 format, no? So then I just write it with the A, B, C, D and I name one by one. The A is what? The A is row 1, column 1, right? And then the B is what? B is row 1, column 2. The C is row 2, column 1. And D is row 2, column 2, right? So then I double check whether I have done it correctly. 3 times 2, 4 times 0. Then the B, 3 times 1, 4 times 4. And 1 times 2, 2 times 0. 1 times 1, 2 times 4. And then I check whether I have done it correctly. 19. Right, correct. Then we are moving to the next one, children. And we have only one more page. Quickly we will do that. And here that you want to find the values. So then the 70 and this one will be what, children? That will be 110. How I got that? Can you see that the speciality of this quadrilateral? It is a cyclic quadrilateral. How do you know that? That this is a quadrilateral. When you have the 4 sides, you know it is a quadrilateral. How do you know this as a cyclic quadrilateral? Because all the 4 corners touch the circumference of the circle. Therefore, we call this a cyclic quadrilateral. If it is a cyclic quadrilateral, we know that the opposite angles add up to 180. If this is 70, this should be 110. If this is 110, children, you can find this as 70, right? If that is 70, another thing you can find that this is B. How do you find? That is 110. Why is that? You can see these are parallel. If they are parallel, these two angles should add up to 180 interior angles, right? So then the B should be 110, right? So then you can find that if that is 110, this should be 70. We'll see whether we get 360 or not. That you can always double check that how it works. 110, 110, you have 70 and 70. Here it is add up to 360, right? I repeat, children, first you find this angle, right? Because it is the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. If this is 110, this should be 70 because the angles on a straight line add up to 180, right? If this is 70, the B should be 110 because the interior angles add up to 180, right? Okay, so then we will move to the next question. Find the value of M when t is equal to -3. M is equal to 4 times t times t minus 7 times t. Then you substitute the value. How? 4 times -3 times -3 minus 7 times -3. Then you can write -3 times -3, +9. +9 times 4, 36. Subtract 7 times -3, -21. When you have the two negative signs like this, you know you can add them. So then you write 36 plus 21. So what will be your final answer? It is 57, right? So then you want to double check always that what kind of answer you get. That first of all, that you want to expand this, children, right? You want to expand this, and the -3 times -3, +9. +9 times 4, 36. Then the 7 times -3, -21. And that subtraction sign and the negative sign will become the positive. So then the 57 is the answer. Now let's say here it is x. I think it is x. I don't know. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 3, 12. And this is 9x minus 8. Then I write 4x minus 9x. And then the -8 minus 12. Then the 4x minus 9, then answer is -5x. And then the 8 and 12, it is -20. Then the x is equal to -20 divided by -5. The answer is +4, right? So it is +4. 8. And then the 9 times 4, 36 minus 8, 28. Yes, correct. Children, you should know that the -5x equal to -20. -5 times x equal to -20. Okay. Then you keep x and this multiplication -5, you bring here as the division -5. And some students, they think that why we are moving the -5 to the other side, why that didn't become +5. That is not the priority here. The priority here is the multiplication. Multiplication became the division. Multiplication what? The -5. So then the division -5. That's how we get the answer like this. So then here, they have given the L. And you want to find the L dash. How do you find that E and A is available? So then you open the curly bracket like this. Then you write V, I, T. This is the universal set, I think. V, I, T, N, M, and close the. And how we are going to show this in the Venn diagram? First, you want to have the rectangle like this, and this is the universal set, and you draw the set and you want to mark it properly like this. right? And you write it L. So the L you have letter E and A. Then you write V, I, T, N, M. No order, you can write anywhere. Or else, or if need, that you can mark this as L dash. So this is the completed Venn diagram. Okay. E and A they have given. So then rest of the item should be L dash. So this is how I show. And the last question, I don't know what are the values they are asking, but I can tell you this is 70. Why that becomes 70, children? The vertically opposite angle. If that is 70, I know this is 110. Why is that? These lines are parallel and these becomes interior angles, right? If that is 110, I know this is 110, right? Then what else we can find? This is 128. Why is that? The vertically opposite angle. If that is 128, you can find this one easily. 180 minus 128, right? 180 minus 128. So then the answer is 52, right? This is 52. Two lines are parallel, that you found 70, then that is 110, A is 110, and 120, and B is 52. 128 plus 52, it is 180. Yes. Okay, children. So then we are done with the whole paper. So this is 2024 semester examination paper 1. Right? So then we need to discuss paper 2 also, right? So this is March 2024 first semester examination paper 1. Okay, children, please be in touch. Share this video that if you come across with any kind of knowledge that if you feel that this is better, that I got something out of this video, you share this video among your friends. I'm always telling children that knowledge shines when you share it. When you keep it with you, it doesn't shine. That the knowledge shines when you share it with us, with anyone among your friends. Okay, children, we'll meet again with the paper 2, 2024 March. And I'm planning to release March 2025 paper 1, paper 2 before your semester examination. I think you can go through them during the weekend. I think you will be having the maths paper on Tuesday. So then please be in touch. I'll release all the videos before the exam. Okay, children, see you then. Bye.